Welcome back to BrassTacks. The Indian Coast Guard initiated a rescue operation and airlifted as many as 16 people from Valsad.
Dramatic visuals from Gujarat Valsad, where Indian Coast Guard helicopter rescued 16 stranded people from banks of River Ambika. As the floodwater rose, people were seen rushing to the terrace of their houses for safety. Some took refuge along riverbank at a height. The helicopter from Coast Guard Air Station flew despite marginal visibility in strong winds and heavy rain and reached the location. The crew quickly assimilated the situation and after identification of the safe location, airlifted the stranded people to safety.
7 people are dead in Gujarat as heavy rains have led to a flood-like situation, particularly in southern Gujarat.
Rivers in spate, overflowing dams and flooded streets due to torrential rains. This is the situation all across the state of Gujarat. 7 people have lost their lives, while 6,500 people have been relocated to safe areas. Many parts of the state have received unusually high rainfall since Sunday. 18 platoons each of the State Disaster Response Force and the National Disaster Response Force have been deployed at strategic locations for rescue and relief operations as and when required. The Weather Department has issued a warning in several districts for the next 5 days.
Heavy rains have also lashed various cities across Uttarakhand. So far, more than normal rains have been recorded in many of the districts of the state. Several houses have also developed deep cracks. This is in Joshimath, Bageshwar district. It's received more than 273% rainfall just in the last 10 days alone.
उत्तराखंड के जोशीमठ इलाके में इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं। गांधीनगर ये इलाका है और यहाँ लोगों की रातों की नींद उड़ी हुई है। क्यों? ये मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। ये देखिए, ये एक शख्स का यहाँ घर है और ये दरारें यहाँ पर पड़ी हुई हैं। इन दरारों को आप देखें तो आपको आर पार नजर आएगा। ये इतनी गहरी दीवारें हैं कि दूसरी तरफ क्या है वो भी आप साफ तरीके से यहाँ पर देख सकते हो। और यहाँ आप देखें कि ये हाथ लगे तो ये जो दीवार है ये पीछे की तरफ खिसक जाए। ये घर बिल्कुल आंगन से अलग हो रखा है। ये इतनी मोटी दरार यहाँ पर है। लोगों के घरों की जमीन से जो गड्ढे बड़े बड़े यहाँ पर हो गए हैं जमीनों पर। यहाँ आप देखें, लोगों ने बड़े बड़े पत्थर लगाकर अपने रहने का इंतजाम किया है। उसके ऊपर लोगों ने दरियां बिछाई हुई हैं।
Heavy rains have inundated 10 villages and washed away temporary bridges in Telangana's Both Mandal in Adilabad district. The Meteorological Department has issued a red alert for 3 districts in Telangana. 7 NDRF teams have been deployed in Telangana, including 2 in Hyderabad. A quake has jolted the Deccan Plateau. Frequent seismic activity is seen in the Deccan Plateau over the last couple of weeks or so now. The Deccan is in a region with the least chance of a major quake. In fact, geologists say that the tremors are mild and that there is no need to panic. But the geologists are also saying that mild tremors are necessary and they are actually good for the soil. Mild tremors release the Earth's pressure, according to experts. As Sri Lanka continues to battle with political and economic crisis, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa is all set to resign from his post on Wednesday. Once President Gotabaya resigns, then the Speaker will take over as the interim president. While anarchy continues across the streets, leaders of the protest movement have said that they will continue to occupy government buildings until and unless both the Prime Minister and the President quit.
The situation in Sri Lanka is very sensitive, it's very complicated. What I can tell you is that our commitment, our support is for the Sri Lankan people because they are our neighbors, they are our friendly people.
There's acute shortage of fuel and many people in Sri Lanka are now shifting to cycles because of unavailability of fuel. They say that there is an increase of 90% demand for cycles. You know, you're buying cycle, what is the reason?
The reason is no fuel. No gas, no fuel, and this is the best mode of transport that we can find.
On Saturday, they launched some electric bikes, that is like a hybrid bike. They, I think, brought about 50. Those guys in Kalapaluava, in somewhere else, and that each biker 345,000. But now over. Yesterday when I went to look, it's over.
At least 2,300 acres of forests have been charred in California's Yosemite National Park. Yosemite, in fact, is home to 500 giant sequoias, which is the largest trees on the planet.
More than 500 firefighters on the ground battling to save 500 ancient trees. A sprinkler system is now in place to protect grizzly giant, more than 200 feet tall, more than 2,000 year old.
We're trying to give it some preventative first aid, really, and make sure that when the fire, if the fire comes over here, that this tree is protected.
These ancient trees are designed to survive fires. They've survived many in their time. This blaze more than doubled in size in just 24 hours over the weekend.
Right now, the fire's within, about between a mile or two.
The historic Wawona Hotel and the surrounding community has now been evacuated. The south entrance to the park is closed.
Russia's Ka-52, or the Hellbird, it can destroy long-range targets using radar technology. It's capable of hitting targets accurately even at night. It can attack multiple targets on the ground simultaneously. There are pre-installed cameras which can identify the enemy even in dark conditions. Heathrow Airport is asking airlines to stop selling any more tickets for travel this summer as it announces a cap on the number of passengers who are allowed to fly from the airport. It will limit passengers to 100,000 a day until the 11th of September as it struggles to cope with the high demand and a lack of resources. The Uttar Pradesh government Tuesday formed a two-member special investigation team to probe 6 cases lodged against Alt News co-founder Mohammed Zubair. Of the 6 cases, 2 cases are lodged in Hathras district, while 1 each is registered in Sitapur, Lakhimpur Kheri, Ghaziabad and Muzaffarnagar. WWE wrestler The Great Khali got into an alleged fight with the staff of a toll plaza in Ludhiana in Punjab Monday.
A video of the alleged tiff between WWE wrestler Dilip Singh Rana, The Great Khali and the staff of a toll plaza in Punjab's Ludhiana went viral today. The incident happened yesterday at Panipat Jalandhar National Highway when the wrestler was travelling in his car to Karnal via Ludhiana. In the video footage, an altercation between the toll plaza staff and Khali can be seen. The toll plaza worker has alleged that the wrestler slapped one of their colleagues when he was asked to show his identity card. Khali, on the other hand, is claiming that the toll plaza staff forced him to get photographs clicked with him. Later in the evening, Khali submitted a written complaint against the toll plaza staff to the Ludhiana Police Commissioner.
This is a mega CNN News 18 exclusive. We've accessed the Delhi Police's interrogation report of gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, who's being questioned in connection with the assassination of popular singer Sidhu Moosewala. The explosive 9-page report reveals how Bishnoi not just meticulously planned the murder of Sidhu Moosewala, he also planned to kill Bollywood megastar Salman Khan in 2018. Bishnoi wanted revenge against Salman Khan for the 1998 Black Buck Hunt case. The new British Prime Minister will be announced on the 5th of September. There are 11 hopefuls who are currently vying for the job, and in a bid to speed up the process, candidates must have at least 20 MPs backing them in order to enter the race, up from the usual 8, and any candidate who fails to get the support of at least 30 MPs in the first ballot will be eliminated. Mourners lined up the streets outside Tokyo's Zojoji Temple for the funeral of late former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, 4 days after he was brutally gunned down in broad daylight. The ceremony was closed to the media and limited to family and close friends, with his widow Aki as the chief mourner.